Hi fans, and welcome to this Week 6 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. Last Friday night, the Wolverines hosted the Chartiers Valley Colts and defeated Chartiers Valley 44-0 at the Wolvarena. This week, the Wolverines welcomed the Hampton Talbots to the Wolvarena for the first time ever in a WPIAL 5A Allegheny 9 conference matchup. We're going to sit down with Woodland Hills head coach George Novak, preview last week's victory over the Colts, preview this week's game against the Talbots, and we'll also let you see highlights of last week's game. All of that and more on the pregame show here on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
All right, Wolvarena, put on your shouting shoes and turn it loose. And we are underway in Turtle Creek, PA, as a kickoff comes to the near sideline. It bounces into the hands of Avram Abramovitz as he will cut it across the field, running to the far sideline. Goes a Woodland Hills return man. It's either Denard or Abramovitz, but either way, it's a huge return. And the Wolverines go in the Wildcat to begin the game. Seed Holt all by himself in the shotgun. He'll burst free across the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone for a Woodland Hills touchdown. Handoff. Jawan Hill driving his way forward. He's got the first down as he breaks through across the 50. He'll be brought down inside of Colts territory at the 49. Wolverine's going to set up a screen to the near side. Pass complete to Derek Caraway. He'll drive through one tackler, brought down by the second wave of white jerseys. Springing free up the middle, this is Saeed Holt, the ball carrier, and he is off to the races. 10-5, end zone touchdown. Saeed Holt with his second long TD of the game, this one covering 34 yards. Pregame looking left the whole way, throwing left, the pass complete to Alaz, and he's hit, and the ball came loose, and the Wolverines pick it off, and into the end zone goes Avram Abramovitz. I don't know if it's a pick six or they're going to call it a fumble, but either way, it's a Woody High TD. Low snap. But the punter able to get it away, and Woodland Hills calls for the fair catch. No, they'll say he's able to catch it on the run. Here comes Derek Caraway slicing through Chartiers Valley Colts. He lost the football, and they say he was down. Handoff to Jawan Hill as he hesitates. He'll spring off of some tacklers rather, to the near side. He'll come inside of the 10, hesitating, spinning, still on his feet as he will be brought down around the 7-yard line. Handoff, Hill straight up the middle and into the end zone for an 8-yard Woodland Hills touchdown. Two receivers left as Brueggemann's in the shotgun. Dropping back, throwing, and it's intercepted by the Wolverines. Leaping up and making the interception is Nazir Taylor. He just timed that one perfectly, and Woodland Hills has the ball again. Connor Barrett for Chartiers Valley. He will hand off to the motion man coming from left to right, and that motion man is brought down in the backfield. Barrett hesitates, running to his right. He's hemmed in, and he is brought down in the backfield. Making the play for Woodland Hills that time is Big John Robinson. Brueggemann rolling to the left. He's hit, he's wrapped, he's sacked inside of the 20, and the Wolverines again stymie an offensive set. Jones will hand off straight up the middle. Rodney Denard, he's running to the right, inside of the 20, inside of the 15, crossing the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for a Woodland Hills touchdown, covering 32 yards. As again, we'll see Jaquan Smith, the ball carrier, bouncing it right. He's got the first down, bursting free inside of the 25. Reed will hand off to Lucas, who hesitates and bursts free. He's got the first down for the Wolverines. He's into open field, inside of the 10, still on his feet, inside of the 5, and he will be brought down around the 4-yard line. A beautiful run by Jaden Lucas. All three facets of the field goal unit work well with the snap, hold, and kick, and the Wolverines extend their lead to 38-0. Rolling to his left goes Griffin Beatty, and he will be brought down inside of the 5-yard line. 4th and a mile back at the 6-yard line. And the punt is away by Griffin Beatty. It's caught on the run by the Woodland Hills return man. And on the return is Michael Coleman. Good snap, good hold. Kick up by Hanchett. This one carries right and is good. Jay Smith appears to be the deep man yet again. High snap. Beatty able to corral it. It's blocked by the Wolverines. And it will be covered up by Woodland Hills. Reed's going to hand off. Summers takes that handoff. He'll drive his way forward inside of the 10. Hampton is the kicker. And the field goal by Chucky Hampton inside of the right, upright and good. And Woodland Hills extends their lead to 44-0.
Final score in tonight's contest. It's the Woodland Hills Wolverines over the Colts of Chartiers Valley, 44-0.
We are the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Since 1987, we've been a part of some of the most electrifying football games in Western Pennsylvania, and we've established a national reputation of excellence. Whether you're a former player, a Woody High alum, a parent, or a fan, you're part of our Wolverine family. And now you can join us by becoming a part of our new booster club, the Wolverine Nation. Visit WHFBA.org and see how your donation can help our student athletes while earning you unique benefits. We're more than just a booster club. We are the Wolverine Nation.
Hi again, fans, and welcome back to this Week 6 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. Adam Gusky here, sitting down with Woodland Hills head coach George Novak. And Coach Novak, before we talk about this week's game at the Wolvarena against Hampton, let's take a look back to last Friday's victory over Chartiers Valley. Pretty much a complete game, all the way from the starters down through the second and third teams.
Yeah, Adam, I was real pleased with the team, the way they worked hard last week at practice and bounced back from a tough loss at Penn Trafford. You know, every aspect of our game I thought improved, and I was real pleased with the kids offensively, defensively, and on special teams. We tweaked a few things offensively and defensively, ran some more zone coverages, which we should have done against Penn Trafford, but you know, sometimes you got to learn the hard way. But defensively, we played very well. We got the shutout. Most important, they played well. Secondary, up front, linebacker, everybody played well. Some big plays, you know. Saeed Holt just had a phenomenal game again. We did put a wildcat formation in for him, and you know, first play of the game he took it for a touchdown, and a couple the next series he took another one for a touchdown, and Jawan Hill was running the ball well. Offensive line was doing a lot of good things. You know, we started getting better. You know, you learn, sometimes you got to learn to see types of players you got, what offense, what defense is going to work best for the guys, and we're starting to settle in on what we think we could use, you know, the rest of the year.
Coach, you talked about how Saeed Holt was a playmaker and how Jawan Hill was running the ball so well, but it seems like you really were able to show the entire stable of running backs that you've talked about over the past few weeks.
Yeah, you know, they're the two senior running backs, and they did a great job for us. Both of them play on defense, too, so it's nice to rotate them. We also got a chance to put two other guys that started on the defensive side of the ball in there. Rodney Denard came off an injury, but you know, he plays safety, but he came in at the running back, and he made some great runs, and he scored a touchdown. And we put Jaquan Smith plays corner, and he came up and made some nice plays. And our special teams did really well. You know, Chucky Hampton had a great day, you know, with 3 field goals and close, almost 4, just missed the one. So he's, for a sophomore, he's doing very well. You know, he's going to continue to grow and get stronger, and I think he's going to have a great career here, maybe in the college. But, you know, we got some good things happened. You know, I think every aspect of the game improved. And we had to get better from the week before. You know, we got to keep improving. We got a lot of tough games ahead of us, and we take them one at a time.
You touched on the special teams. Obviously, the kicking game was huge with Chucky Hampton and the field goals and point after touchdowns. But it seemed like the return game was really hitting on all cylinders, too.
Yes, you know, we got some speed, and the kids were, you know, Coach Whitehurst works very hard with the special teams, punt return, kickoff return. You know, the opening kickoff, Rodney made a great run. Had a couple nice blocks, but, you know, almost broke it. You know, a couple other returns we did very well. You know, Derek Caraway does a nice job returning the football for us on punts and kickoffs, and Saeed's there. So, you know, we got a number of guys that, you know, we like to have the ball in their hands. Sometimes you don't have enough footballs.
Seems like the roller coaster of the passing game continues, and you had a really good week last week.
Both quarterbacks do some good things, and we want to continue to use both of them. Neither one has stepped up, you know, watching the practice, what they do at practice in the games. what they're supposed to do, how they do it. It's a pretty even battle between the two, and you know, it doesn't hurt us. We used a wildcat. We used that, and teams got to prepare for two different quarterbacks. So you know, that's a little bit to our advantage too.
Coach, let's talk about the defense. You really, praised the defense earlier on in the interview, but I really think that what was so spectacular was how the secondary was able to play, and you talked about going to that zone coverage.
Yeah, we used some zone coverage on them, and Saeed Holt was, he's an outside linebacker or a strong safety type of player, so we used him in multiple spots. Our linebackers played well. Sheed Page Jones had his best game. He did very well. We made some adjustments in what he was doing, how he was doing it. He made some great plays defensively for us. And they're all getting better. Mike McAllister made some nice plays for us. Micah Lucas, the Vega Bird, they're all playing well. John Robinson, I don't want to miss anybody, but we got some young guys get in there and they play well. Austin Belichick and Josh Berger, they're playing well on the defensive line. The linebackers, I thought, had their best game too. And Avram's getting better. He's feeling more comfortable. It's only his second year playing organized football. That one, they caught the ball in the flat and Derek Caraway hit him, had a nice hit, and the ball popped up. And it was a bang play, and Avram just grabbed it and ran it in for the touchdown. It was a great hit and great interception.
Well, Coach, let's talk a bit about this week and another opponent you're not familiar with in the Hampton Talbots.
They have a very good coach, Jock DiMatteo, used to coach at Shaler. Very intense, very hard-working coach. They got some nice size up front, both on offense and defense. Most of their guys are taller guys, nice size kids on both sides of the ball. Quarterback's a very good athlete. He can hurt you with the pass or the run. And they kind of run something a little bit unorthodox, both on offense and defense. So it's a little something you got to prepare for. It's different that you haven't seen yet. That makes it a little bit different. They run a defense. Sometimes they're man, sometimes zone with man with a free or cover three, and do a lot of different stunts. They mix up the different coverages very well, and it's hard to tell what they're in some of the times.
And how do you feel you match up against the Talbots?
Well, I think we have more speed than them, and I think that's important. It all depends on the line of scrimmage, what happens. 5A, nobody's bad. They all have some good players. And first half, they were beating Chartiers Valley 16-0 the week before we played them. So you never know week to week how they're going to play and how the ball's going to bounce. And our kids are ready. We'll prepare them this week. Every game we prepare the same way. Game plan just like we would if it was for the WPL championship game, and that's the way we are. The coaches work hard and the kids work hard. Give us a chance every Friday night.
Well, Coach, we're going to have to continue with the theme of Juan Price when we talk about former Wolverines. He just continues to dominate.
What a phenomenal game he had down there in North Carolina. It's a shame that he came up a little short at the end there, but what an outstanding game he had. He's making a name for himself.
Well, Coach, another defensive end that certainly made a name for himself has now been nominated for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Jason Taylor, the first pro out of Woodland Hills. Talk about him.
I'm just so proud of Jason, everything he's done throughout his life, throughout his career. Just a great kid, well-mannered, well-behaved, hard-working. Never played football till 11th grade. And he was learning the game while he was here. Got a scholarship to Akron, continued to grow and develop. Was good enough when he graduated from college, was drafted by the Miami Dolphins, and the rest is history. He had a great career there. Won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award in the NFL for what he's done with his work with the youth down here in Miami. Dancing with the Stars. He had millions of women that fell in love with him when he was dancing with the Stars. I know my wife voted for him a lot. But he's just a great kid. Just real proud of him and what he's done. And it's nice to see him on TV now as an announcer and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're real proud of him and what he's accomplished.
Now, I know it was a couple of years ago when he retired, but back in 2012 when he did retire, he had a lot of great things to say about you.
There's a guy that's in Pittsburgh still coaching ball that in 1990, I think it was 90 or 91, saw me doing some yard work in Pittsburgh. Walked over and asked me if I played football, where I live, do I play football? And I said, no, I live in Turtle Creek, Churchill, Wilkins Township, whatever we would live, Wilkins Township. Sorry, it's a long time. His name is Coach George Novak. He's a head football coach at Woodland Hills High School. And he taught me into coming out and trying this little 7-on-7 thing they had in the summertime. And I went home and told my mom, hey, I met this guy. He's a coach at the high school. He wants me to come to this football practice and try out for football. And I think my mom probably just laughed at me. And one of those things, your kid wants to be an astronaut. He wants to be the president. He wants to be this. He wants to be that. Now he wants to play football. Yeah, right. Because I was a basketball guy. So anyway, I went to this practice, and lo and behold, I ended up playing football as a junior and senior in high school. And I'm here today because of George Novak. He started this journey off, and when I knew nothing about football, they'd throw a flag. I didn't know what the signal was. I'd watch my teammates see where they walked because I didn't know what the heck to do. I didn't know cover 2 from cover 3 to cover 1. I was a safety, and he told me to stay deep. That's kind of how I learned how to play. So I owe George Novak a lot, my high school football coach. He was the best and still is the best.
How did that make you feel?
I had tears in my eyes. I really did. I've seen him once in a while over the years when they'd be up here. We have the golf outing. We named an award after him the first year. And, that was nice for him to come up and play the golf course with us. And been to his house down in Miami a couple of times over the years. Just really treated us nice. And, he's a great role model for young kids. Great family man.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for your time. Good luck this week against the Talbots, and we'll talk to you again next week before you hit the road taking on North Hills.
Thanks a lot, Adam. We take every game one at a time. I just want to say hi to Aiden, Ava, and Max. Hope they had a good week, and I'll try to see them this coming week. Have a good one.
We'll be back with more of the pregame show right after this here on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
What's for dinner on Thursday night? Chicken wings. Come on down to Turtle Creek for Thursday night wings at the Wolvarena. Fresh, whole wings, hand-breaded and hand-tossed with 4 different flavors. And the best part is that all proceeds benefit the Woodland Hills football program. Thursday night wings at the Wolvarena every Thursday evening during the season. Let's take a look at the Wolverines' results and remaining schedule. The WPIAL 5A Allegheny 9 Conference standings. And now the MSA Sports WPIAL 5A Top 10 Rankings.
Again, fans, we thank you for joining us for this WPIAL Week 6 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. If you can't make it to the Wolvarena on Friday night, you can listen to the game live on msasports.net. Watch our live stream on the Woodland Hills Football Network Facebook page. Select broadcasts throughout the season will also be streamed live on our YouTube channel. And as always, you can tune in to the replays on Monroeville Comcast Channel 13, Penn Hills Comcast Channel 98, Verizon Fios Channel 37, and all of our broadcasts are available in HD on our YouTube channel. For everybody at the Woodland Hills Football Network, I'm Adam Gusky, and we'll talk to you again next week as the Wolverines travel to North Hills.
This has been a presentation of the Woodland Hills Football Network. Watch us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and as always, visit us at woodlandhillsfootballnetwork.com.